going to do a quick presentation of assignment 3 for week 3. And this assignment, we formed a group to discuss the first part of it. And the first discussion I had with Logan, I put it down here in my worksheet. And during that first discussion, we went over how the data sheet the data set that we can use, and how the data set was structured. So this is the discussion we put together, or no, we discussed, and I came back to my own world to put things together. So going back to the data set, let me go back to the here. So the data set is right here, as you can see. I'm using the data set where we have the loan ID, the gender, the marriage status, dependents, education, self-employed, applicant, co-applicant, credit history, loan amount, and the loan status. So putting all these together, I came back to work on the code, and the code is right here. And this code this is the one I execute to fulfill through all the requirements. And from the beginning, in the first place, I had to import I have to import all the libraries and the binaries that need to be put together. And during this assignment, I've learned a lot. I learned about matplot library, which I've not known before, and then I learned also about sklearn. This is a parameter. This is a parameter that I'm pulling from colon transformer, and at the same time I'm pulling it, and then I'm using the colon transformer also. I've never used this before, but this is a learning process for me, and then I took a time to read about it and understand very well. So it's also an opportunity for me to learn about how to use logistic regression and k nearest neighbor, KNN. Yeah. So if you go here, so I define the functions to resolve the data parts of it, and at each level I define a function, markdown code, the floats, and let's go all the way to where the loan. Yeah, you can see here when I'm talking about the plot distribution to define the loan status, what need to be, whether the loan is approved or not, is defined here. And I set a quick parameters, which we have the plot missing value, and we have the plot confusion matrix as required in the questions. We have to explain this through this. So I implement to the code, as we can see from the left side here. If I'm talking about distribution, the class distribution, so we have here, we have a loan status distribution, and we have the loan status. And here the blue is the loan that is approved, where we got yes, and the orange, the loan that is denied, where we have no. So the nearest, the k nearest neighbor, as you can see, is represented in this screenshot. And as you can see, from rejected we have 21 and 17, and then approved we only have 2 and 83. No, from the rejected box here is 2 rejected, and we have 83 approved. So as approved here, you can see on the top with 17 and 83. So now let's come to the logistic regression. The logistic regression also is almost the same almost fell in the same category as k nearest neighbor. So, but let's look at the missing value. So if we come in the missing value in that data sheet, we see here the credit history is higher. We self-employed also, followed by loan amount, dependent, loan amount, term, gender, and married. We can see that the married status here is kind of low in this diagram. And also, if you use the if you use the ROC curve comparison, we can see that the logistic regression is 0.852, and it's higher than the k nearest neighbor compared to both. It's higher than. So that's where it is. So now let's go back to my assignment. So in the assignment sheet, the worksheet, I define, according to the requirement, I define the algorithm solution where I pull in the data set, how I explore the data set to come up with the solutions. And this is where I have the logistic and the regression, and I have this data preview screenshot here, and we can see, as we can see, I execute the first step of my code, and then I get this. So let's go back to the terminal so I can execute that, so you can see that the code is executing. So as here, that screenshot I showed there, we are going to see now is going to be executed successfully, and pull that data sheet for me. That's what I use. Yeah, as you can see, we have the model, we have the logistic regression, we have the k nearest neighbor, and the accuracy. You can see the sensitivity and the specificity and all this in AUC, and this is the result. So if we go back to our worksheet, this is what I put here in our worksheet, and it said run successfully, and the result is here. So at the same time, I attach my report logistic regression confusion also to it, to show that this is how I get all these results. So as we go down, this screenshot or this diagram, I already have them. I've shown them already in my terminal. So as you can see, all the way here. So yeah, so coming to receiver operating characteristic, the curve here help us to display how we can use the model and to separate approval and from approval loan from the rejection loan, like the one is approved, which is the one that is rejected. So in this particular assignment, I learned how to use the machine learning to predict whether it's approved or whether it's the loan is rejected. So, and here as a 11, you can see the comparison between logistic regression, which is the highest overall accuracy, and compared to the k nearest neighbor. So that's how I come with a conclusion to that. And then I did a few analysis also, and during our second discussion about that, the key takeaway that I gained from it is that the confusion matrices are very important, because they can break down the errors made by each classifier. So this is how I come with it, and I did a few analysis, quick analysis for the findings that I have, and then I put them here. That's we have a missing value, which is okay. We have a KNN, which is required scaling. We have a class imbalance that can cause their error, and we have a logistic regression, which is a solid baseline. So if we have to do any prediction, I prefer to use the logistic regression to do the prediction to get accuracy in terms of getting the right result. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you. And there is the references attached to it. I used that data set, and this is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm very open for your to get your feedback, and your feedback is going to be another opportunity for me to fix what I've not done well and what I've done also well, and try to keep myself up to date. Thank you.